Hey man, welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel. Nicholas Villars here, aka Super Divorce, and I'm recording this video for the second time. Day number 14, game number 14 in this year's Madvent 4 End of the Line series. Today's game, game 14, is called Ghost Cannibal by Spoon and Veratus. And there's the controls right there. What do? A group of psychic ghost hunters enter a cursed graveyard in search of the ghost cannibal to banish it once and for all. As we go along, I'll explain to you why I'm recording this for the second time. So it starts off, and here he goes. This is actually the third time I've seen this now because I recorded the first video. I recorded my initial play, my first impressions. I was sitting here, I was watching, I was like, oh, what are these little sort of sensors? They're like little antennas or antennae going up. And then, oh, all right, everything looks good, this guy says. All the emitters are running. Okay, so as the initiate for this year, it's going to be your job to awaken Christmas. The four specters of Christmas will incarnate here at these sconces. Once you defeat them, their spirits will return to the sconces. Defeat all four, and the door will open to you. But yeah, see that bell over there? I see it. If shit hits the fan, we'll let you know. And then this lady says, I'm gonna whack it. Yeah, she's gonna whack it. Anyways, just listen for the bell. We'll let you know. So you start off right here. You're in this graveyard. There's a chick. She's gonna whack it. Look at her head. She's staring right at you. She's got that owl neck going on. There's the bell they're gonna whack. You've got WASD to move, and you've got space to jump. You can actually do a double jump. If you're going forward, you can jump and then press shift to dash, and that's about that. You can then hold down the right mouse button and shoot an orb of some such. Also, if you hold down the right mouse button, you can do this. If you press W, you see a green flame flickering like that. If you press the other keys, that circle just goes away. I also figured this out. This is health that you can absorb. You have to hold the left mouse button to absorb energy, and then you'll start to do a kind of spirit bomb, for those of you who have watched Dragon Ball Z. And then you'll clap it, and we'll have more health. See that? It's like you popped a balloon. So here's where you start. So if you start following, look at this, the gates, they didn't do this quite right. You got a lot of warping going on here. You know, I was just looking at an interview with John Romero the other day. And John Romero and John Carmack, creators of Doom, the Doom guys, if you will. And they were talking about, you know, when we made Doom, we didn't want a bunch of this going on. We didn't want to see warping. We didn't want our screen to be stretching, and we didn't want the ground to be stretching and all this kind of stuff. That's what it made me think of when I saw that. The ground does it too. It's kind of unnerving. Now look at this. So we can follow our gate here. This goes all the way around. You got more of these where you can absorb energy. And then if we go up towards the middle, this is where the sconces are. You've got some graves, and you've got the sconces, and you've got the door, the stairway to heaven. That doesn't open, apparently, until you kill the specters. We're going to wait until we see our first one here. Now, the first time I played this, I just started wandering all over. I was kind of following the path of this fence, right? I was following it all over the place. And this is confusing because I came from right over here. I don't know if it's like you walk a certain distance and then the place where you spawned disappears. But I could never find that initial area again. Now here's one of our specters. He's like a butt guy. See him? He's like a butt guy. Just like legs and a butt. And he's got kind of a... I don't know what kind of head that is. But... And then he laughs when you hit him with your orb. What I expected to have happen when I did that was I would come up here and I would see, oh, okay, that must be one of them. But none of the sconces have lit up to signify that a demon, a butt demon, has been put back in his place. That didn't happen. Now here's another one. Or is it the same guy? That's what I figured. Well, maybe it takes a couple hits. And then I looked around here. Nope. That didn't work. So, like I was saying, the first time I played through, or tried to, I was walking all over the place. I didn't even encounter one of those guys for like 10 minutes on my first playthrough. I realized when I tried again while not recording, because I was like, well, this is boring. No one wants to watch me just walk. I was walking around like this. If I uploaded the original video I recorded for this, it would have been this for a while. Just... Because I didn't have anything else to say. I'd exhausted my bullshit. And I was just walking around doing this. It was like, what am I looking for? What in the shit am I looking for? When I tried again while not recording, because I pressed stop, I was like, well, I'm just going to try going back and playing this without the pressure of being entertaining. Whatever that means for me. I'm not saying I'm entertaining to begin with, but it... Imagine me being even less entertaining than I normally am. So I just sat here. I decided to try playing it without recording just to see if I could figure out what the fuck I was supposed to do. And I found my way up here and I realized, okay, well, if I just move about this top area, I'm likely to spot these butt demons running around, or the butt demon if it's just the same one. Of course, now I'm not seeing him at all. Anyway, what I was saying was maybe now we'll be able to find a butt guy, a butt demon running around, because this is where I was able to kind of track them to. Somewhat reliably, better than just running around this entire region. I don't even know why a map this size exists for this game, seeing as nothing happens out there. You can run all the way around, you can look at all these little transmitters they got set up, you can't interact with them, you can't leave the graveyard, there aren't any gate doors to open up, no secrets that I could find, it's just a big ass map for no reason. There's a guy, okay, so... Then he laughs. And let me tell you what, folks. I sat here on my non-recorded play, and I found this guy, it had to have been no less than 10 to 15 times, and did that. And got him. It felt like a lot. And it would just laugh, and I'd come up here and check, and then nothing would happen. Here he is again. Here he is. Tippy stepping his way out here. He laughs. You go up here and... Oh, nothing happened. And then I'm like, well, maybe I need to find that bell. And I looked all around this whole graveyard, and I couldn't find the area where I started from. Again, I don't know if it disappears or if it turns into a sort of labyrinthian hellscape to keep you from finding your way back to the spawn point. But it's just that. It's just that over and over again. You try and blast the gravestones, you can try and blast the sconces, the door, you can try jumping at the door and dashing at it. It's just one of those times where you're sitting there like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? And my answer is I don't know what they want from me. And an additional piece of that answer is I'm not willing to sit here and do this for, what do you got to do this for hours? Is this your idea of a good time? Because it's not my idea of a good time. So, you know, I hate to do it. I hate to not finish it, but like, look, here he is again. Laugh. Did anything change up here? Nope. Nothing. No indication that you've done anything correctly. Look, over there, you see on the right, it says multiplier. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You can't knock down the candy canes. You can't seem to do anything except run out after these guys, run out after the butt demons. Do that and then get laughed at. I went around to the spirit bomb buckets and filled up my health, thinking maybe that unlocks a new power. Trying these right here, WASD. It's like, no, you don't want to put the player through the ringer just to figure out, you know, your very first task. Because what's going to happen? This. And I've said before on games where this kind of thing happens very early on. If I weren't recording a video, I would have played this for about a minute and a half, and that would have been it. Pull the plug. I played it more than I would have, more than I think many regular people would if they weren't recording a video for a YouTube channel. Because I was trying my best to say, okay, maybe something is going to happen. And it just, nothing happens. So you gotta throw the player a bone. You gotta give them some idea that, okay, what you're doing right now, we understand why you may think that's what you're supposed to do, but here, try this instead. At least early on, to get them roped into it. It'd be one thing if you were playing like a revolutionary game, it was mind-blowing, and oh, I don't know what to do, it's so crazy, there's so many different options. If you're having a subpar experience to begin with, and then they horse around with you, they don't give you a heads up, they seem to mock you in a game that isn't really anything. And I hate to be harsh here, but I'm just saying, it's like, this is not, there's nothing going on here that I think the average person would feel is super duper special. So if you're not blowing people away right off the bat with your atmosphere or with the audio, with a soundtrack, with moving about the world, if you're not blowing people away somehow, then the gameplay itself needs to be fun, and it needs to sort of lure the player onwards. You can't frustrate people immediately and expect them to continue. So that's all I got to say about this one. We are going to be done with Ghost Cannibal. That's all I've got to say about that one. An unfortunate experience today with Ghost Cannibal. If you haven't done so, please sub to the channel, bong the gong for notifications so you know when new videos go live, so you know when I go live. Comment below, like this video. Fucking follow me on Twitter at SuperDivorce, on Instagram at SuperDivorceBand, and I play music from time to time if you like to check out some Super Divorce tunes. If you're looking for new music, some new noise to put in your ears when you're working out, when you're doing house chores, when you're driving down the road, go to Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, wherever you stream your horse shit, you can find Super Divorce. Just choose whatever song looks good to you. Try it out. If you don't like it, try another one. If you don't like that one, try another one. Again and again and again until you find one you do like, because I believe there's a little something there for everybody in the old Super Divorce catalog. Give it a shot, please. Till next time, everyone. Take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.